My happy place is Paris, because it's big enough to have always something to discover.
Growing up and becoming a designer in France, there are a lot of things and places to be drawn to. But the one place Inga is drawn to is the flea market.
This is a place where her culture in design comes from, what made her interested in objects, and a way to see new patterns and textures. It makes her ponder whether, is it ugly because it's out of fashion, or ugly because it's badly designed. The flea market is not necessarily where she draws inspiration from. One inspiration is from 50s Italian architecture, but most of the time it's just basic things. A cheap rotatable lamp she came across inspired her design for the W153 Illy lamp. But when she has an idea, what's next?
Sketching a lot. Pages and pages of sketching by hand. Then she makes mock-ups to see what needs to be changed for function. Even having bad mock-ups is good in order to solve a problem. Another important task is
Colors and shapes.
Her way of choosing color is intuitive and uses the analogy of a pregnant woman.
Like for a kind of a food, when you're pregnant, you know that you want some special dishes or elements, and it's the same for colors.
Inga's also drawn to curves, lines, grids, and pleated fabric. So these are the things that can make one recognize an Inga's piece. But what exactly is her design philosophy?
Inga's goal with any design is to combine function and quality with a bit of oddness, as she values being outside trends. It is essential for her to create designs that not only serve their intended purpose, but to also invoke an emotional response. She believes that design should always prioritize the user's needs and feelings, rather than just aesthetic appeal or technical proficiency. This means creating designs that are easy to use, comfortable, and emotionally resonant. Finding this delicate balance between function and aesthetic has not always been easy, but looking through her work, you could see how it's become more simple. She has self-criticized one of her first lamps for being so complex in function.
And this is exactly the kind of project I said to my student, you should never do that.
And now her lamps are just her own take with its simple purpose: lighting. She believes that design should be clear and uncomplicated, stripping away any unnecessary elements to focus on the essential. This is reflected in her use of clean lines, minimal shapes, and adorned surfaces. A major event that plays into how Inga designs is climate change, due to the importance of sustainability in the designer's work. Inga has revealed the pressure that designers have gained over the years into being sustainable but cheap at the same time. However, quality is expensive, and so too is being sustainable, as good material and craftsmanship costs money. All in all, if you want to design like Inga, you don't necessarily have to use grids or pleated fabric. You have to combine quality, function, and simplicity.